Zach, great to have you back on BYU Sports Nation. Let's talk about the approaching calendar first and foremost, because I know that you're about to book some serious travel miles as you get set for BYU's Pro Day.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm heading home today. Today is Tuesday, so I got a flight heading home this afternoon. We got a workout and lift in. Had some of the receivers out here this past weekend. Bushman, Levi, Dax, Micah. Able to throw with those guys. Got to throw with them last weekend. Go over some pro day script stuff. They'll be in Utah. I'll get back there, start training there, and we got till next week Friday.
What was that like to re-engage with those guys, some of which were on the team last year, but some that weren't, and be able to throw with them and kind of bring them into the circle of like, hey, give these guys a look?
Yeah, no doubt. It was cool. It was great to have those guys out. Great to just work some of those mechanics. But, we always get to go out to dinner afterwards, and we have some of those flashback moments of our time at BYU and all that, fun stuff.
Let's talk about Micah Simon and Levi Hifo and some of these other guys that are still trying to live the dream. What are you seeing from them in their progress as they get ready for another pro day and try and make it into the NFL?
Yeah, they've been working hard. They look good. They've been staying in shape. So I'm excited to see what they can do when they get in front of some coaches. And there's no, still a COVID year, but, not as many restrictions. And hopefully they get their chance that they deserve. And so I'm excited to see what those guys do.
6 weeks away from the NFL draft on Thursday. How are you feeling about everything as you approach what will be one of the biggest days of your life, if not the biggest?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if it's as intense as going into a real football game, but I'm excited. What a great opportunity. And, I feel like I'm ready. I just got to go out there and do my thing. There's nothing to be, stressed or worried about, because I'm in a great spot. And so, it's coming up. These last 3 months have really flown by, but, I feel like I'm ready and I've been working for it. So it'll be great to see what team I end up on.
What's the thing you need to work on the most? And that could be a football skill or not, right? Because you'll go through a lot of interviews, but you're also working on obviously continuing to develop your skill set.
Yeah, I just think there's a rhythm, a natural ability once you get comfortable with things. I'd say in college, especially, my junior year, part of my sophomore year, you just get comfortable with being in the same environment all the time, throwing that same ball to the same receivers, you feel like you can't miss. And right now I've noticed a lot of, throwing to different guys, using a different ball. The NFL ball has been, a little tricky to adjust to, and, you're in different, circumstances and environments, and, you kind of just got to be able to throw in any circumstance. And so I think that's one thing that's been different is I got to be able to throw that NFL ball has been a little tricky, and, I feel good about it, but, it's really just adjusting. I feel like I'll get more comfortable as time goes on into this next year.
What's tricky about it?
It's fatter, it's a fatter, rounder ball, harder to grip. It's got a little bit different leather. Personally, I do like it better than the college ball, but I was so used to it. When I first got to BYU, I actually hated the Nike ball. I thought it was terrible. I was so used to the round ball in high school, but then, I started getting used to the Nike one, and then I loved it. And I felt like I could, throw it all over the place. And now I'm, trying to readjust and get used to that NFL ball again. So I think it just takes time.
Zach Wilson with us on BYU Sports Nation as he is on his path to the NFL draft, coming back for Pro Day. Zach, it feels like most scouts and most teams have a really good idea of what type of player you are based off of your film, different work, interviews that they're doing with you. So what is it that they're looking to learn from you on Pro Day? Or is this just like you're doubling down and this is just to reaffirm their thoughts?
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's really just to check some boxes. I think they want to, just like anything, my dad gave me a good example. When you're buying a car, how much research you go into all the details. And it's like, you really like this car, but you're going to make sure you test drive it a few times, and you're going to check out all the bells and whistles and make sure everything matches up. And so I think it's really just a checklist, for me. It's just, them coming, seeing me in person, making sure, I fit their size and height wise and, all that kind of stuff. And, just seeing someone, the vibes you get of how the ball jumps off someone's hand, I think all that stuff's important. So I think, it's really just check off the boxes.
Zach, if you were a car, what type of car would you be? what are scouts checking out?
I don't know. Probably a Tesla.
I like
Efficient.
The truck or a regular one?
Efficient, torquey, explosive.
Yeah,
I like it.
Electric.
Quick.
Yeah.
Not that great of top speed, but a little good acceleration.
I like that. Okay, so as you get closer to the draft as well, you're going to have different interviews and different teams that are interested. Dick Harmon said earlier this week in an article that the Jaguars have lined up, obviously, multiple Zooms with you with the #1 pick. They've even given you their playbook. Have teams like the Jaguars and others given you their playbook to kind of test your knowledge of that?
Yeah, that was the first one. I think the Jaguars are really getting on it early. I have interviews scheduled for other teams. I've met with other really big teams, mostly just to get to know you. I know a lot of teams are waiting to see how all the trades and free agency stuff works out after this week. Really, I think the Jaguars, knowing that they're probably going to draft a quarterback, really we're just trying to dive in. I know they met with, me, obviously Trevor, Justin. They want to, do their research, do their homework, and make sure that they're making the right decision.
So do you have more than the Jaguars playbook on you?
No, I've gotten a couple. The Jags was the first playbook I have gotten. But I know for sure after Pro Day, I have a couple scheduled. That'll be the exact same thing, throwing the playbook out there and seeing how quickly you can retain information and spit it back out and giving your thoughts on how you see the reads, working out.
What's it like to look at an NFL playbook? Because I know that John Beck and Tom House's company and everything, they're preparing you for that, right?
Yeah, no doubt. We've been looking at all the different offenses, the West Coast style offense, the digit systems, all the different terminologies. And really it all comes down to the same thing. There's like the same concepts, even though there's maybe a couple different routes from each one, they all kind of, have the same end result that they're trying to go for, maybe spacing on the field, what this concept is trying to do. And really it's just a different lingo. You just got to learn the language of, what that team does. So I think it's just going to be adjusting to that. Some offenses are going to be different than BYU because they'll, put more on the quarterback as far as, protections or mic IDs or flipping things around or audibles at the line of scrimmage. And then there's NFL teams that are also very basic and don't do that stuff. So it's really just adjusting to wherever you get picked.
BYU quarterback Zach Wilson with us on BYU Sports Nation. He is approaching his path to the NFL draft. What do these interviews typically entail, whether it's the Jaguars, the Jets, or whoever? What are these interviews like?
Yeah, I think they want to get under your skin a little bit. I think they want to push you as far as you can. I think they want to see where your intelligence line is at, and then they try and push you to see how you react to situations. I can think of some with the Jaguars where it's you get 24 hours, you got to drop every single formation, and they'll send you 30 formations and a bunch of different plays, and it's it's like a day one install, not a ton of stuff, but they want to see how you spit that information back out, how confident you are in it, how quickly you learned it, the details of the play. And then they tell you, like for mine, I remember he was like, draw every single play. It's like, okay, well, I can't remember exactly the formation with this play, but if I had to guess, it was probably something like this. And they just want to hear, how you talk football. Was
that hard? Because that seems hard, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging for sure, but when you dedicated your whole life to this, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I spent hours studying that playbook. I spent my whole day studying that playbook to try and do good on that. So I had a good time in the meeting with those guys.
And it was probably like, when a new Harry Potter or Twilight book came out or whatever, but you with the Jaguars playbook, I imagine just devouring that thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just flying through it, just trying to pick up everything I can, trying to find that little thing that separates you.
Right. And you've talked about your study of film and a playbook will be your differentiator. And obviously a lot of guys are skilled, but not everyone is as good in the film room and in studying the playbook. So do you feel like it went well, that conversation, based on your preparation and your knowledge? And I imagine maybe you have like a photographic memory or close to it with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it went well. I know there was definitely, some things that are just too hard to get all of it right. And I think that's where they want to see how you operate. Sometimes they're asking you things that weren't even on the sheets. Like, hey, what's the read right here? How do you know which coverage is which when we're in this formation? And you kind of just got to spit your knowledge out of what you've learned growing up. And so I think that was the cool experience, just because it's definitely different. It's challenging, and they just want to see how you keep reacting to all their questions.
It sounds a lot like you enjoy homework, Zach. Does this apply to all other subjects in your life?
Definitely not. That's the only subject I like.
Fair enough. Every player's kind of got marks that they want to hit on Pro Day. I don't know how it applies to a quarterback per se, especially one that already has your solid reputation and solid numbers. But what type of marks are you hoping to hit on Pro Day in Provo?
Yeah, so obviously I won't be doing any of the running stuff. If we would have had a combine, I would have gone out there and tried to show some athleticism. But with it being all on the same day, I didn't want to risk, tweaking a hammy or something, and I couldn't end up throwing. So the throwing for me is definitely just the most important part to be in front of these coaches. So really, I just want to go out there and solidify my tape. What I've done on the film, in the film room, and show these guys, the types of throws I can make. I feel like something that is different in my game is being able to make some of those off-platform, different ability, movement, pocket throws. And so I have a good amount of those in my script. And so it's really just solidifying to those guys, the kind of player that I am.
If you were going to run a 40, what would you run?
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, everyone's going to give you the low number, right? Testing so far, I tested 40s all the way up until actually just a week or so ago, until I tweaked my hamstring a little bit, and we just ended up calling it from there. But I was testing, higher 4.5s, probably like 4.58, 4.59 to low 4.6s. So I probably would have hit anywhere from 4.63 to a 4.58.
So way faster than John Beck.
Yeah, but John will tell you he had a tweaked ankle, I guess, right?
He played a game in 06. Zach,
don't tell him I said that.
Yeah, that's between us. He's not watching. He did play a game where he had both ankles sprained in 06. So
yeah,
he was a gamer, man. He was a gamer. So I imagine with
John's a great athlete.
Yeah, he underrated probably, right? When it comes to tweaking your hamstring, I imagine that may have played into the decision not to run at pro day as well, just to take it easy.
Yeah, it was really just because, a lot of teams, didn't really care unless I was going to go out there and run a blazing 4.3 and completely wow everyone. I think teams understand where my athleticism is at, and high 4.5s to low 4.6s is where teams expect me to be based on, my film and how I'm running in games and stuff. And so unless I'm going to go out there and completely wow somebody with a 4.3, 4.4, then, there's really not a huge reason to run.
Was it your trainer or someone around you that tested you that gauged some explosiveness, and you were on the level of John Ross explosiveness? What was that, man? Yeah.
If we race, he's gonna smoke me. But John Ross is insane. That guy's insane. We've been running together for a little bit out here. But Les Spellman, the group that I work with, they do great work out here in California. Tanner Mangum actually, worked with him, and Tanner ran a 4.58, which I thought was awesome for Tanner. I thought for sure he's going to run a 5.2. So that was awesome. I was happy for him. Tanner's got quite, he's quite the speedy guy after that. But Les, he does great stuff. And the thing that we were running on was the 1080. So I think it's 50% of your top velocity, or your top, velocity or whatever it is that you have to pull. It's some machine that calculates, all this, how much, power you have. It's really generating acceleration. It's really just, who has the best acceleration, a powerful runner. So I have a really good 5 to 10 yard acceleration as far as power goes. So I do pretty well in that stuff, but once we open up past 20, that's when I start to get chased down. So 10 yards and slide for me.
Zach, which player that you've been practicing with and throwing to over the past few weeks drops the fewest passes? Answer carefully.
I don't know. We've had a different bunch of receivers. The guys I've actually thrown up the most are actually probably, these guys, and they've done a great job. I don't know if we had a single drop ball. Of course, Matt Honeyhands is out here catching everything with one hand.
Yeah.
That dude still got it.
Yeah, how does he look physically?
Yeah, really good. He looks good. He looks big. He looks strong. He's running really well for, having a ruptured Achilles. He's running great. I wouldn't even notice. And he, I would even say, his hands look, just as sharp as they ever have. That guy's out here, if I put a little ball too far in front, he's snagging it. So.
Zach, it's great to catch up with you, man. Looking forward to Pro Day. We wish you safe travels back to Utah. And Zach, the Tesla Wilson. We'll go with that for now, if you're okay with that.
Yep, that's my dream car too, so we'll see.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, thanks, guys.